Yo.
Camille,
Hello.
how's it going?
Good. These calls are kind of like a bummer, so I was like,
Yeah.
let's do a good one.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
some sick individuals.
Same as every week. Don't worry.
Some very sick people out there.
Sorry, the cat is here. Are you gonna say hi? Do you have a question? I have a question that I asked at RTX
Okay.
a few years ago, but Rocco, you weren't there, and I wanted to hear your answer. And I don't think Frank was full time yet. So this question, hold on, has a little bit of a setup. So, you guys have been doing skits out in the world since the beginning of YouTube. So you guys have seen kind of like what people's reactions were pre-YouTube and post-YouTube. So I wonder if you can tell, do people kind of react differently to you guys doing like weird stuff outside? Because like now that YouTube's around, you can look up pranks all the time. So I feel like it'd be easier for people now to be like, oh, they're doing a skit. Whereas before YouTube, it was like, what the fuck is happening? So do you even notice that or no?
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Because like you look at our first videos and all you had to do was dress up like Mario and people would go, why are they doing this? What's going on outside? And now everything's different. It's not even just videos. It's like cosplay is a thing. Like that wasn't even an embraced thing back then.
Nerd culture in general.
Yeah, nerd culture in general is mainstream. Videos like that are mainstream. So it's totally different. So, in terms of getting weird reactions, you can't just like put on a costume and look weird. Now it's like, who cares about that? But the things that still do work where we can get, we have to kind of outthink it now. You know what I mean? Where like we did that God of War video recently. It's not just like, I'm Kratos, I'm going to run around town. No, it's like there has to be some extra thing to it. Like, okay, this axe is going through all these places. Well, people still might not know what the hell that is,
Right.
or I did that Kingdom Hearts thing recently.
Right.
And that was more,
really
and that was more interpersonal. It wasn't like, look at this crazy
yeah.
thing I'm doing. It's like, let me explain this horrific story to you. And it's like, no, don't, So we kind of have to like think around that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. It's not even at all the same when we do that.
Yeah, I think that's cool you guys have that perspective of like the pre and post YouTube. Because I wasn't sure, because I feel like if someone's doing weird stuff like at my school or something, I'd be like, this is kind of like a smaller place to do it, so that's weird. But you guys kind of live in like a bigger part of California, so I feel like there's a lot of people out there filming a lot.
Yeah, well, we should also say though, we definitely there is also a big difference between living here in San Diego versus LA, because when you shoot in LA, everyone rolls their eyes. No matter what you do, you film anything out in LA, and it's like, what is this production? Okay, what stupid production is this? And I will say that despite what I've said, there is still an element here in San Diego of like, oh, are they shooting something? There's a little bit of like, ooh, what's happening? Ooh, LA, forget it. LA, everyone's tired of you before you even show up.
They see you take out a camera and they're like,
yeah, another camera, great. There's a little bit of that in San Diego since the in a post YouTube world, but there's still people who will, even aside from like public skits, if we want to film in a location, if we want to like show up to some location and film a dramatic scene, let's say, if you do that in LA, it's like, all right, where's your fucking permit? All right, where's you didn't call this, you didn't call that. You show up in San Diego, and a lot of times you get like, ooh, you're shooting a movie, So there's good and bad. There's good and bad with the reactions nowadays, but you adapt and you move forward.
Right.
So that's it.
Thank you.
Is that a good assessment, Derek? Would you say, or meh, or is it a meh assessment?
Well, I don't know. We've really slowed down with the stuff we do in public, anyways. And there's not only that, flash mobs have come and gone.
Yeah.
We go out and we film sometimes, and people just don't give a shit because they know that if they react and it's filmed, it's probably going to go online. So a lot of people just have a stone.
They bow out.
Stonewall. They stonewall us. They just have like they don't engage with us. So we actually have to, I feel like we have to try harder to be impossible to ignore. You know, even with that Mario skit, like dragging around that trash can was so fucking loud.
Yeah.
And also, we have to the things we do now is you know, when a flash mob used to go out, when those were still a thing, it would be obvious, like, oh, these guys are putting on a show. Dragging around the trash can, it's not immediately obvious. Like, what is this bit?
Yeah.
These guys are dragging around a trash can. That's fucking annoying.
Are they just crazy or what?
Yeah, they don't see, like,
we have to think more
they're
like
doing
that.
Mario. It's just they tied a trash can to a steel cable and they're dragging around. What the fuck are these guys doing?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. We have to think outside of that and make it more of we have to make it a less explainable situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think
again, like with the God of War thing, like with the axe was going through places. You know, I had a GoPro on an axe and I'm walking around by myself like that, and people didn't really know what it was. It wasn't like, oh, another, you know, oh, this guy's putting on a show or this. It was really just like, what am I looking at?
The key to what we've always done is to anticipate what the reaction is going to be and to either circumvent it or go beyond it.
Yeah,
so, you know, we used to know, like, if we just run out in a Mario costume, people are going to fucking flip their lid.
Yeah.
But now we're smart enough to know that that's not enough.
Yeah.
And they're not going to react. And sometimes we don't outsmart our victims.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think we're going to knock them dead. We're going to get crazy reactions, and it's just a dud. And we have to go back to the drawing board. So always having to outthink the public when you do those public pranks.
Yeah.
So part of it, I guess, is, you know, as much as things have changed, they've still kind of stayed the same in that sense. The approach is always, how is this going to make people react, and is this what we want?
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, y'all.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your call.
It's always cool talking about filmmaking.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry to talk your ear off, Camille.
No, I mean, we got us going on an interesting subject.